right now. I see people with the masks. I see people with devices that you just put your arm in. I think I have one that's just for a hand massager with red light therapy. Now, my wife for a long time has been asking me to get her one of these mats. And this company asked me if they could send me one in exchange for review. And I said, that's perfect. This is exactly what my wife was looking for. So this thing has 576 LED lights. That's a ton. You can count them if you want to, but it'll take a while. 576. And I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to show you, try to answer any questions that I would have had before wanting to purchase this. Now, this thing is easy to store. It comes in a pretty small box and it is rolled up like this. I'm going to show you everything that you get. So it easily rolls up for storage. You also get your user's manual. It comes with a quick start guide, and you get your power supply. That is a huge plug, by the way. It's huge. So this plugs into the remote control. So you'll plug this into the wall, then you plug the remote control into the power supply, and then the remote control on the other end will plug into the mat itself. Here's how the remote control looks up close. So it only has 3 buttons. I mean, these can count as 2 because they toggle up and down. And it has a on-off button and a mode button. So that's all one button. Long press it to turn it on. Tap it once to switch between the different modes. Whenever you're using red light therapy, you don't want to be looking directly at a really bright light. And red light is a really bright light. So they also include sunglasses. And they even have a little nice carrying case. They even come with a lens cleaner. Now, these glasses make everything green. And I'm going to try to hold this up to the lens. Maybe it'll make everything green for you. So there you go. See, they make your whole world turn green, which is pretty amazing. When you have these on, I found that it helps with the red lights, of course, but I do have trouble seeing this. And so I have to like lift up and like peek at what buttons I'm pressing until I have those memorized, which I don't yet because this is pretty new to me. So I'm just glad they included all this stuff. So now let me plug everything in and we will show you how this works. I've plugged in the main power supply. That's this one right here. And because this red light therapy mat is so big, this can be used on your entire body. So you can sit on this, you can lie down on it, or you can use it as a blanket. You can put it over your shoulders like a cape, and you can get a major part of your body covered. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this with my shirt on, but ideally, you want this to be against your open skin. Or if you're going to wear clothing, you wouldn't wear a dark shirt like I have on here. You would want to wear something very light and very breathable, something that the LED can get through, but ideally it's better to do this just on your skin. The next step is to plug this power supply into the remote control. And now we plug the remote control into the mat, and that plug is right here. There's a little device here where you can easily plug that right in. As soon as you plug that in, you'll notice that the remote control now says off. To turn it on, I will simply long press here, and there we go. So we have all the lights on. And now we can switch between how long you want this to go. So there's different amounts of time. They recommend 20 to 30 minutes a day at a time. So 20 to 30 minutes a day, once a day. In order to switch between the modes, you're simply going to tap this button here. And you'll see that's like a flash mode. It's going to change the hertz. I'm going to put these on just to be safe. There we go. Now I can look right at it. If you tap it again, that is 40 hertz. And that is the H. So I think this is the breathing one. So there's different modes and there's different programs you can cycle through. I tend to put this on the highest level. It just seems to work better for me. So there's 4 different modes. The first mode is just the steady mode where it just stays on. Then there's 10 hertz, 40 hertz, and then the breathing mode where it kind of pulses, where it's lower, then it becomes higher, then it goes back to lower again. Now, if you look up here right now, it says P1, that's the level of LED brightness. So P1 and P2 are very light and easy, so that's what they recommend you start at. P3 is the moderate, and then 4 and 5 is the most intense. I would personally tend to put this onto the floor or onto the bed and lie down and just relax, maybe do a meditation. But for this video, I'm just gonna drape it like this, because if you want to use this like on your neck and shoulders, this is a fantastic way to do it. You could also go like this and have it on your head, especially if you're like me and you don't have any hair. And I have noticed that it does get a little bit warm, but please don't think of this as like any type of a heating blanket, because it doesn't get that warm. So LEDs do put off a little bit of heat, but not enough that you're actually going to notice a difference. I feel like the most important thing when using something like this is consistency. So if you use this one time and you expect that you're going to have some amazing, miraculous type results, red light therapy doesn't work that way. But if you want to get the best results that you can, they recommend doing this consistently every single day, or as often as you can, once or maybe even twice a day for 20 to 30 minutes. If you just use it one time and then you never go back to it, I don't think you're going to see any type of results at all. Because the LEDs are covered in a plastic, you can easily take a damp cloth and wipe this clean. So if you're lying on it without your shirt, you're obviously going to maybe sweat a little bit, but this is very easy to clean. The other side is a nice cloth, sort of a heavy duty type blanket material. I think this thing's awesome. It's much more impressive than all the smaller, like little window panes that you can buy with red lights. This lets you cover a huge portion of your body. If you're going to use this, please don't forget to wear eye protection. The ones that are included do a really, really good job. In fact, I'm using a ring light right now, so I think I'm going to put them back on because that was so bright when I took these off. If you're looking for a fantastic way to incorporate red light therapy into your daily routine, I definitely recommend this. And if you'd like to grab one of these, there is a link in the description below. Let me know which red light therapy products you like to use in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like on this video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.